So we've got this compartment storage up on our tower right now. It came really nice. You got to see the unboxing of this, and then we'll give you more details on it. If any of you guys watched my, I did a video late in the season last year about one of the 5 things that I had added to my boat for 2023, I'm sorry, we are 2024 now. And one of those is a storage container that I put onto the bimini on my boat. And Kemimoto has a couple of these that are their version of it, and a couple of different styles. This is packed up like, this is really hard. Shrink wrapped very good in here. I don't want to cut it when I cut the wrapper. All right. So they have one similar to the one I already have, but a couple of different features. And this one, similar, but it's all mesh. This, we're gonna see what it looks like and how it works on the boat, but what I am thinking is this is going to fold up really nice, not take up a lot of room, and it's gonna be really good, I think, when we have some life jackets or something that are wet, not dripping wet, but not dry enough that we wanna put in storage. I think this is where I'm gonna get the most use out of that, but we will find out once we get on the boat and we actually try it out, see what it's good for, where it works best, where it fits. And the other one is going to be oh, look at this one. This comes in a very fancy, like, we could just give this one right away for Christmas. Wow. Okay, I'm kind of impressed by the wrapping on this one. I almost don't want to open it up. We're gonna use this bag for Christmas or something. This is awesome. I like that. That was like, but if you're buying this for someone for Christmas, all you got to do is, or a birthday or whatever, I guess. All you got to do is just put it right under the tree. I got to save some of these directions, make sure I'm setting this stuff up right? Again, they've got their name on here, and like I've said before, I like branding. I like when companies put their name on things, but in a discreet but yet fancy way, you know. So this here is going to again, it's going to fit up underneath our hard bimini top, and now we'll get it out on the boat and we'll see how it works. Now I've got this mounted up here already. I just mounted it up quickly just to kind of see where it was going to work best, how it was going to fit. And I did an 81-mile trip in, you can probably hear in the background, it's pretty windy today. We're in a calm spot right now, but it was fairly rough. So it did a fair amount of bouncing around, and it held up really good. I'm going to show you how it holds on, and then we'll go into it in a little more detail. So it's got a couple of clasps here. I've got 2 here on each side of large ones, and then I've got these small ones right here. There are additional small ones, and I'll pull this down and show you better. And then the 2 on this side, I've got 1 here, and we also have that in the front. I've got 1 right here in the front, I've got 1 right here in the front, and there are extra ones depending on where your frame lines up. They actually market those, the additional ones, as fishing rod holders, which we're not going to use as fishing rod holders, but if you fish, that would definitely be advantageous. So here's the bag itself. Now it has a large compartment right here, and I have one of these saddle floaties in it. Thank you. One of these saddle floaties in there, so that's going to give you an idea of the size. That fits in there pretty good. We could maybe fit another one. I'm not positive. It just barely fits in there though. Gonna take both of us to get it in there. All right, when it's mounted up, it's actually easier to get it in there. So you have that large compartment, mesh here in the front, so air's out. So if you put this in and it's still damp, it is gonna get some air and it's gonna dry. And we have a top zipper up here that comes down to here. That's also mesh, so anything you put in there that is damp will dry. And then we have a bottom one that's, you know, this size. I don't know if you can see that because can you be taller? So the bottom half here, also that is mesh again. Inside of it we have, well, the same as these here. We got the little elastic. It's not really elastic, it's more just strands that are gonna hold, if you got a towel or something that you wrap up in there, it will hold it. What I really wanted to do with this is hang it just like this inside of my head compartment, and that would have been perfect for putting towels and that kind of stuff in my head compartment. My head compartment personally isn't quite the height or the width in either direction. You know, it's tall enough on one side, it's not wide enough, and then vice versa on the other side. So it's not gonna work there for mine, but that would have been absolutely perfect just to hang it like this. And let's flip it around here and we'll show you the back side. Now we have, obviously we have the large straps. There is 4 of these, and these are quite long. If you pull off the banding here, these are actually Velcro. If we unvelcro these, this is long. You can shorten or extend this, and it's got a clip on this side, so you can clip it onto something if that's what you need to do. Let me flip this over here. And then we have a couple of hooks here that are just plastic hooks if you need to hook something on or hook something to. And then Velcro here, 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 and here. So 2, 4, 6, 7 spots of Velcro on both sides. So those are close enough together that no matter where your bars line up, they should line up with several of these to get yourself hooked on. And then again, you can run like fishing poles or something through there if you do some fishing. Anything you wanted to run through there, they would also keep that secure as well. On either side, in the center, they have a small carabiner that is attached. So if you wanted to hang something from that, or if you needed to hook something from that, or use that to hook it, that would work for you as well. So if you have a permanent bimini, this might be something that is advantageous for you. But if you don't, or if you do, we have some other options too. We're going to show you those as well. Now this is the one when I was unboxing. This is the all mesh one that I was thinking might be good for hanging life jackets in. Now what this has is small loops on all 4 corners, and that's what it is going to use to attach it to wherever you attach it to. And it has a ball. Now this ball is actually attached on here permanently. It comes with balls to attach it to. It comes with actually 5 of these. So you just loop this around whatever it is that you are attaching it to, and then that ball is going to loop around. It's going to loop around here. These are fairly snug, but not too hard to attach them to. And I put this up on the back of my bimini. Now I think that what this is going to work really well for is life jackets when they are wet. Obviously we don't want them dripping all over the place. We don't want them in the way. We have some life jackets. We're actually going to try that out right now, see if it works as good as what I think it's going to work. Also, if you have, this could almost go anywhere. If you had a large, like an overnight boat, if you had a yacht with the railing around the front, this would be great for hanging, again, life jackets or anything that you want to be able to get air to, or even your fenders you could put in here. But I'm going to put some life jackets in here. We're going to hang it on the back of the boat, and we're going to see how that works. Now that's almost perfect. Life jackets are just dry enough that they aren't dripping all over my seat. They might have a couple of drops in there, but they're wet, and then they're going to get plenty of air. They're going to dry here. Now I don't have the ideal place that's the exact same size as what this is to hang this from, so it is kind of hanging a little bit. It would be held up a little bit better if I didn't have the angles on my tower here the way that it is. But that's holding up great. If you have, now these are like regular life jackets, but if you had the ones that go over your neck, I think that it would fit 3 of them wide. So an estimate there on size-wise. Otherwise, like real life jackets, the actual jackets or the vests, it's going to fit about 2 wide. These are kid life jackets, and I've got a little bit more room for 2, but I fit 3 over in the middle. It fits just fine. So those are going to sit there. You're going to get a nice breeze going through them. They're going to dry. Now we're not going to take off yet, but if we were, they'd get that much more wind. They'd be dry by the time we got somewhere and needed them. So these are going to be some great options depending on what you're looking for, or at least might be a great option for you if you have a hard bimini or if you have a permanent bimini on top of your tower or whatever. These are some really good options. Check them out. I have the link to these specific things in the description below. I also have a link to all of Kemimoto's products. They have a lot of great products, not just boating. They've got motorcycles and they've got ATVs and that kind of stuff that you might find advantageous. Also, I have a discount, 17% off if you use the discount code KMJ, the word J. So KMJAY is going to give you 17% off. I have that in the description below as well, so don't forget to use that if you check these out and you find something that you want. If you watch this channel for the first time and you haven't already, and you want to, boom, please subscribe.